Hi there, my name's Brandon and I'm here at Access RV in Salt Lake City, home of the Truck Camper Superstore. For as long as I can remember, the Palomino Broncos have been our bread and butter here. They've been the #1 selling pop-up in the country for as long as I can remember as well. Being as such, they haven't become complacent being on the top. They've actually done a 2014 complete redesign to the extent that now they're no longer even labeled the Palomino Broncos. In my opinion, one of the biggest changes in these new SS's is the elimination of having a manual lift for the top. They now have a power lift. It's going to work with 4 individual motors at each corner. It works with a screw drive to lift up and gravity to go down. The great thing about this is they actually did a lot of extensive testing, putting it in the back of the truck and having it at different pitch and angles to make sure it would work and function when the vehicle isn't level. They ran it up and down about 2,500 times at these various degrees and had 0 failures with it. It's going to be super reliable. Also with that power lift, it's now going to be self-retracting canvas. And this is going to be canvas made by VC, which is going to be a canvas manufacturer for high-end tents. Another noteworthy change is now, in addition to having pre-wire for electric jacks, they've made the jack heads convertible. So if you do want to upgrade to powered jacks down the road, rather than where you used to have to replace the whole jack itself, now you'd need to do is take out these 4 screws on the head and replace it with the motor. Looking at the sidewalls, hopefully it shows up in this video, but they've upgraded from their Phylon fiberglass to a really high-end, beautiful gel coat. They've also come out with a second exterior color. In addition to the white, they're now going to have this pearl color. Back to the subject of the roof. Even in their literature, now Palomino advertises that they have a fully walkable roof. That's going to be one of the industry first in a pop-up camper. They also use a rounded roof, not just from front to back, but from side to side, to really help with your strength up there and your water runoff. The new 2014 Palomino SS's also have eliminated that full height door that had a tendency to bind. But not to worry, they've also extended the overall height of their walls by about 7 inches, which really gives you plenty of headroom getting in and out. Now while we're looking at this specific floor plan, the 1225 is going to remain in of itself mostly unchanged. You're still going to have an outside shower. Let me open that. The storage doors down here by your tailgate, as well as having the DSI water heater standard. Tank capacities are going to stay the same. Looking under here at the knee walls, they've also extended these up by a couple inches. We found in the past with previous campers that on Ford F-150s, they usually have about 1 inch or 2 higher sidewalls in their bed. So we've had to actually put 2x4s underneath the camper to give it the clearance. They've eliminated that problem by making those knee walls slightly taller. For those of you who are fairly familiar with the Broncos of the past, you'll notice you don't have the normal battery connections like they used to have. Now with the new Palomino SS's, they actually use an internal battery box, which means they've also added this really cool external charging station for your battery. No need to take it in and out, really easy and simple to do. Looking back up at the front, they've also increased the size of the window into the cab of your truck, and they've added a sliding function to it so you can access your cab or the camper wherever you may be. We feel that Palomino has really come up with some well thought out upgrades for their new SS line on the exterior. Now let's take a look on the inside and I can show you that as well. Directly inside the door here on the left side is going to be your control switch for your power lift. It's going to be made by Rico Titan. Stepping up inside the camper, unchanged is still going to be the 60-inch by 80-inch residential size queen Serta mattress, as well as in the 1225 having the biggest bottom bed of any of the SS. Now, one of the two big benefits I want to cover by Palomino extending the overall height of their walls by 7 inches is going to be a lot of added storage. In the older Broncos, right here used to be just a really small little spice rack. You can see it's actually a pretty significant storage area now. Still have all that same area underneath the queen size bed, as well as your overhead cabinets. And across on the other side you have two more. And another cabinet back here by the door. The other benefit of them raising the walls up, if you can see here, is going to be the privacy for the bathroom. Now, I'm not tall by any means. I'm about 5'10", but in the previous Broncos, that wall landed right about lower to mid-chest on me. Didn't really give you a whole lot of sense of privacy. Now, this wall actually goes up to about my chin. Inside there is going to be your foot flush toilet, as well as a little bit of storage behind it. While we're looking back here, this is going to be one of the Rico Titan motors for the power lift system. They are each individually adjustable. Now let's take one final 360 view of the new Palomino SS-1225 Backpack Edition. I'm going to point out some of the features that were pre-existing with the Broncos and what's new to the SS. Still going to have the same Creative Breeze fan over the bed, as well as an emergency exit with the zippers on opposing sides up front. 3 cubic foot Dometic 3-way refrigerator will run off of your 12-volt battery, 110 power if you're plugged in, and your propane. To overcompensate for the canvas sides, you're going to have a 20,000 BTU furnace. Make sure you stay warm on the cold nights. 2-burner Suburban gas cooktop. New to the SS's now is a pull-out kitchen faucet, as well as an adjustable sprayer. Safety package is going to include your fire extinguisher by the door, smoke and carbon monoxide detector overhead, as well as your LP gas detector back here on the floor. Overall, we had been very successful with the previous Palomino Broncos, but we feel very confident in these new SS's, and we think that the sky's the limit and they're going to just exceed anything that the Broncos had done before. If you have any questions about this model, availability, or pricing, please don't hesitate to call us here at Access RV, your exclusive Route 66 dealer in the Salt Lake City area. Thanks for taking the time to watch with me.